Okay, so welcome everybody. This is the 2021 Student Leadership Awards presented by the Office of Student Life and Conduct. I'm Greg Fencart, Coordinator of Student Development in the Office of Student Life, and I guess I'm the MC. I'm the host. So we did this a year ago in a virtual setting, much like this. And at the time, we had been virtual for maybe about 2 months at that time. And that seemed like an impossibly long time already. And now here we are a year later, and at the time we weren't used to this format at all. Now I think we're a little too used to it. So, we're going to be getting out of these boxes soon. I know we are. But we're going to do it this one more time like this, and then we're going to talk about what's coming in the future. So it's been a year since we did this. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things haven't changed, but it's been a year that and you can't even say this phrase anymore because it sounds so trite. But it's been a year like no other, and we cannot start a conversation about the year that was without acknowledging it was a year of pain. It was a year of suffering. It was a year of fear. It was a year of hate. It was full of challenges, and that's something that we have to acknowledge. However, one thing it was not, and I've heard this, and I've been tempted to say, and we've all done this. It was not a lost year. It was not a wasted year. We learned a lot. It was a year of learning. It was a year of growth. It was a year of perseverance, a year of strength, a year of hope, and a year of love. And that, I think, trumps all here. We really do come out of this thing stronger and better as people, as a society, and as a college. Bergen is going to be a lot better coming out of this thing than we were going into it, because we're not going back to the way things were. That's sort of the default setting, is to say we're going to go back to normal, whatever that was. But that's not going to be the case. We're going to be something different. We're going to be something that has changed and grown and adapted. And we're going to be much more nimble and ready to serve our students going forward. And I'm really, really looking forward to that. So really, when I think about where we are right now, I am filled with a sense of gratitude. I'm grateful for being able to do work that matters. I'm grateful for the people I do it with, not only in our department, who everyone knows I love, but everyone at Bergen. I'm immensely grateful to the students and the work that they do, and that I need the students to understand that your programs matter, your interests matter, your passion matters. When you have a WebEx event and 5 people show up and 4 of them are from your club, we've all been there. We know what that feels like. It still matters. You still got to do it. And because the next one, you're going to have 100 people. And soon we're going to be back doing these things face to face. But it's important to note that this was not a lost year, because you do hear that a lot. And it's been, because it does feel like that sometimes, that the time just raced by and all of a sudden it's a year and a lot of things haven't changed because they kind of stalled. They paused. But a lot of things did happen kind of, behind the scenes, between the lines, that change things. And when we come out of this, we are going to be a different society. So again, I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for people that show up, grateful for people that show up to class on the student side and on the faculty side. I'm grateful to the students and the staff and the faculty and everyone who does what they need to do, who does the work. So really, it's just gratitude that I want to express today, more than anything. So thank you for being here in this room with us today, and thank you for allowing us to do what we do. Just thank you. So, speaking of gratitude, I am very grateful to have 3 special guest speakers with us this evening. So first, I'm going to introduce a man who is attending his first, but definitely not last, Leadership Awards ceremony. This is President of Bergen Community College, Dr. Eric Friedman.
Thank you so much, Greg, and that inspirational message of gratitude. That was exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you. Just sharing my screen here with myself for a second. Good evening, everyone. It's so good to see so many people coming on board. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to offer some welcome remarks tonight. And I'm always so happy to be with student leaders who exemplify what it means to really take advantage of everything that the college has to offer. Leadership comes in many forms. For some, it's having the courage to make an out-of-the-box suggestion, to bring up an idea in a room full of those who may be satisfied with things just as they are. For others, it's standing up for equity and justice, even if it makes you uncomfortable or makes others uncomfortable. For still others, it's quietly setting an example without seeking fanfare or recognition, but inspiring others to do the same. Having the willingness to spend the time to mentor others is an important characteristic of leaders. And something I always tell mentees, be willing to inconvenience yourself to achieve goals. These represent just a few examples of the many ways in which individuals can convey leadership. It differs from expertise or managerial skills. Leadership is its own domain. You've led clubs, organizations, student groups in different ways and for different reasons. But make no mistake, you have led in your own style and helped others to move up and forward. I'm very proud of all of you. It goes without saying that strong leadership has never been more important, especially in a moment in our ever-changing world of accelerated change due to the pandemic, environmental, and social justice issues. The world needs new leaders and new voices. We need you. I encourage you to continue growing as a leader. You'll never be a finished product. You'll always have more to learn and more ways to grow. I look forward to hearing where your path leads. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Friedman. And next up to the virtual podium is a man who this is definitely not his first Leadership Awards program, but it is his first in this role of Vice President of Student Affairs, and it is Dr. Ralph Chunu.
Thank you, Greg. Congratulations to your team, Greg, to Ian, and to the Student Life team and the Student Conduct team, to Jared and to Matt and to Nicole and to Jenny and to especially to Nicole. I want to thank all of you for the work you've done and for all the contributions you've made. I also want to especially thank Bengali, who had to step in at the last minute and help me through a lot of difficult moments. And I really appreciate what you've done, and you've really helped me out. But I want to say that this has been, like Greg said, a trying year, challenging year. I want to congratulate all the student leaders here. I hope that if you're graduating, that all your skills that you've learned at Bergen will carry you through, and long after you leave Bergen, I hope that you remember the times that you had here and appreciate the things that you've gotten from us. But I also want to thank you for the time, for your dedication, for balancing your schoolwork, your assignments, and also carrying out your organizations. It's a difficult challenge. People want things from you as a leader. People expect things from you as a leader, and sometimes you have to solve a lot of conflicts that you didn't expect. So congratulations. I want you to know how much we appreciate everything you've done for Bergen, and thank you for participating in that. I would be remiss if I didn't thank the loyal advisors. I see a lot of familiar faces. I see Gary with his lovely bow tie on there. I appreciate it, Gary. But to all the advisors here, these clubs need you so much. And many of you have spent countless years helping these clubs move along. And I want to say thank you. And I want you to know that your efforts and your dedication to the students does not go unnoticed. And I hope that next year, as you move along, that you'll be able to bring your clubs together in live forms. And I hope that you'll generate a lot of support for the college. And I hope that student leadership is going to be better because of your efforts in trying to help us. And I want you to know how much we appreciate all the things you've done. To everyone here, I hope you have a safe and a wonderful summer. And if ever you need anything from us, please, we are here. And we're here to help you, and we're here to thank you, and to all of you, including the members of the Torch, including members of PTK and student government, to our new president, student government, Christine. I want to say welcome, Christina, welcome, and I hope that we're going to have a lot more interaction with you. So to all of you who are leaving, congratulations and be safe. To all of you who are going to be here next year, I want you to know that we're going to be behind you and we're going to help you as much as we can. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ralph. And now moving on to our third guest speaker of the evening. Ralph, as Ralph just mentioned, this is the newest member of our Student Life and Conduct team, and this is Ms. Magali Muniz.
Oh, thank you, Greg. And thank you for inviting me. This is a great opportunity for all of us. And good evening, students. It is really my pleasure to be part of this event. During my time as interim director of student life and conduct, I've been moved by your enthusiasm and your initiatives. And I just wanted to thank you for your time as student leaders. I've appreciated your efforts during these unusual times and wish you all the best as you leave Bergen Community College and continue your educational endeavors. To the new student leaders, congratulations. I really look forward to working with you all and creating an atmosphere of collaboration and new learning experiences. And I want to personally thank Dr. Friedman, our new college president, for his ethic of care and compassion for the students. And I look forward to working with him as well. Thank you all. Good luck to you all.
Thank you so much, Magali. So before we get started, I do this every year. So those of you who've done this before, you know what's coming. If you'll indulge me for just a minute or two, I need to thank my staff. So let's start with this tremendous team with Nicole Babington. This year especially, she was encouraging and helping our student organizations to thrive in a virtual world. And she was always able to guide them with new creative suggestions and ways to keep things moving. Jolie Nelson, those of you who don't know her, the heart and soul of student life. She guides our students with kindness and compassion from orientation to commencement, everything in between, answers any question, guides everyone where they need to be, whether it's related to student life or not. If you encounter Jolie, you will find out what you need to know about Bergen. Jared Farah, always positive, uplifting. That's more important than ever this year. And that energy that he brings, that attitude, has been just priceless. He's also the voice of the Bergen Bulldog Bites podcast, as you may or may not know, our world famous podcast with millions and millions of listeners each and every week. Jenny Gamez, who is, I think, underappreciated up until transfer time when everyone wants record requests. So she's mostly known for that, but Jenny is also a huge student advocate, and she will also assist any student with anything they need. And she, was a Bergen student as well, so she knows how things work on the student activities side of things as well. And she's also taking her next huge step to becoming a student affairs professional, because she's now working on her master's in higher ed. So congrats, Jenny. Ian Wolf. Ian, you keep me sane and you keep everyone in our area on track. You often joke that between the two of us, it's better if students know me and don't know you because you're the student conduct guy. But, anyone who's worked with you knows that's not true. If anyone in this room has encountered Ian, even if it's been on the other side of a conduct case, student development is something that Ian takes to heart, and he does that through the conduct process, as any good conduct officer should. And he takes that to a whole new level. So thank you for that, Ian. And soon to be Dr. Ian Wolf, by the way, very, very soon. And last but not least, we have Matt Bigiani, who just brings that energy every single day. And he has taken our student staff to a new level this year. And during a year of virtual engagement, he took our student staff to a whole new level. So Matt, thank you for that. And speaking of student staff and Matt, I believe, has a couple of words to say.
Student staff. So it's been said before, but I'll say it again. This has been some year. I can't put into words how proud I am of each of you, but here I am trying. You have all grown so much in my eyes, and we are only at the starting line. Thank you for being. From the bottom of my heart, as well as from the bottom of the Office of Student Life, I'd like to thank Layla Mechwali, Elijah Serrano, Yerimi Cha, Christian Pajaro, Miguel Atanasio, Paige Kim, and Alex Cortez. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, student staff. Thank you, everyone, for indulging me in my love for my staff. We just would not be able to do the work we do without the team that we have doing it. It's just incredible. And we hope that rubs off when the students come and see us. And I know it does. So thank you all for that. So we're about to move on to sort of the main event of this program, which is the Student Leadership Awards themselves. So as I mentioned, in the interest of keeping things moving quickly and in deference to people's time, and WebEx burnout is a real thing, let's face it, especially after this long. We're going to do a kind of a quick version of this where our staff will be reading the nominations written by the club advisors, and then we will have our student government swearing in ceremony after a couple of awards that they're presenting. And then after that, the official ceremony will end and we'll open up the room for conversation, for thanks, for any additional comments and speeches that anyone wants to give. That will be after the fact, sort of a post game, if you will. So we're going to have Nicole, Jenny, Jared, Jolie, and Matt start presenting the awards. So Nicole, whenever you're ready.
Good evening, everyone. I hope all of you are well. This evening, we are starting off our award ceremony with Bergen BPM, which is our music club. And I just want to acknowledge them because they graciously incorporated our Music Monday events into our virtual world. So thank you, club, for trying that out for us. This award is being presented to Danielle Teneo. And Danielle, this is what your advisors, Professor Dan Sheehan and Andrew Cricken, said about you. Dan has been an excellent vice president for the last 2 years, bringing great leadership and great ideas to the club. Not only has he guided the club through putting on many events, but he has also tended to the members as we suffer through the pandemic and has even assisted with interpersonal conflicts. His leadership has been essential. Congratulations, Danielle. Our next award goes for Bergen Pride, our LGBTQ plus Alliance Club, and this award is presented to Ashley Perez. Ashley, this is what Professor Linda Seidman and James Baumgardner, your co-advisors, said about you. Ashley, Bergen Pride's president, has shown extraordinary growth and leadership, particularly during these uncharted and harsh waters. She leads our students with a passion and incredible zest for life. She models respect, kindness, and a willingness to learn and grow. Her genuine enthusiasms and unwavering kindness and respect sets a harmonious tone in our club, encouraging everyone to fully participate and be accepted as their true selves. This year, Ashley challenged her comfort zone and participated in a Women's History Month LGBTQ plus panel and spoke both eloquently and honestly, sharing her perspective and encouraging others to embrace all people with dignity and respect. In addition, she is participating in a county-wide initiative to bring an LGBTQ plus center to Bergen County. We are so incredibly proud to honor Ms. Perez as an exemplary leader and for other members of the LGBTQ plus community. Congratulations, Ashley. Our next award is for the Computer Science Club, and this one is presented to Raymond Yoon. Raymond, this is what your advisor, Professor Alex Liu, said about you. Raymond has been an exceptional leader for the Computer Science Club. During the pandemic, with his leadership, he has influenced members and his executive board to keep running the club virtually. He has planned many events these last 2 semesters and has strived to push the people around him higher than ever. Raymond has been a joy to advise, and I am saddened that he is leaving us onto his next venture, but excited because I know he will be a Bergen success story in the years to come. I would like to unequivocally nominate Raymond for this leadership award, and he has my full support as his advisor. Congratulations, Raymond. Our next one is for the Dental Hygiene Club, and this one's presented to Cynthia Martinez. Cynthia, this is what your advisor, Professor Deborah Cook, said about you. Cynthia is a conscientious and compassionate clinician while maintaining a 3.78 GPA. As our class vice president, she has been instrumental in fundraising. She exhibits exemplary leadership skills as she is mentoring the newly elected class officers that will assume their positions in May. We are honored to have the Office of Student Life bestow the Club Leadership Award to Cynthia Martinez. Congratulations, Cynthia.
Okay, our next award is for the FBLA Club, and this award is presented to Jacob Kemetlian. And this award is presented to you from your advisor, Albert Cupo. And he wrote for Jacob, Jacob has served as president in the most trying times and has served with finesse and professionalism. Week after week, he and the team never missed a single deadline, bringing stellar presentations to the club that spanned current events to teaching life skills despite being totally virtual. He motivated the club to forge ahead and stay strong and focus on a goal rather than despair. The life skills that were taught spanned understanding the concept of credit, mortgages, stock trading, interview skills, and conflict resolution. At FBLA, we are not only a club, but a movement. Our goal is to take students and mold them into professionals. I have watched Jacob grow from a student into the powerhouse he is today. It is with certainty that whoever hires him will have an incredible return on investment. I present this award to you for the promise that you have shown and will continue to show obtaining your bachelor's degree and beyond. I thank you for your fortitude and the tenacity that you have shown to carry FBLA even during COVID, proving to be one of the most difficult times. God bless and thank you, Jacob, for being a part of the change. Congratulations, Jacob. The next award is for the Hospitality Club, and this award is being presented to Barbara Murtha, and this is from your advisor, Professor John Badman. And he writes, Barbara Murtha has very enthusiastically volunteered without hesitation to take a leadership role to help encourage students and student engagement in the Hospitality Club. She helped bring students together from all over campus for virtual meetings during the current pandemic period. Through this effort, she has educated others about the world of hospitality, business, food, and cross-cultural differences. By Barbara's leading of conversations this past year, this has also helped build campus-wide community, despite a different means of gathering during this temporary absence of in-person activities. Barbara not only encouraged others to embrace diversity, but she also has been a major driving force to welcome ideas to help bring the club to one that was on the student life listing of weekly virtual meetings for students to look forward to attending. This sort of initiative flags an outstanding dedicated professional who will excel in any leadership undertaking. I am pleased to grant this recognition to Barbara Murtha. Congratulations, Barbara. And this next award is for the InterVarsity Christian Fellowship Club, and this award is being presented to Gregory Mara, and this award is being presented to you from your advisor, Professor Charles Bordogna, and he wrote, during the most difficult and unusual year at Bergen with virtual learning and not meeting face-to-face with students, Greg Mara took the task of leading Bergen InterVarsity Christian Fellowship without questioning how hard maintaining a club could be online. Greg worked with students and took the lead in planning out what each meeting topic was going to be about, making sure to invite and welcome new students and reaching out to interested students as well. He did this on top of taking courses at Bergen, working part-time, learning skills in evangelism, and finding time to lead Bible study for students interested in understanding the Gospels and Jesus. Greg longs to share what is the Christian faith and answer questions students may have about Jesus and Christianity. Greg has shown that when there are challenges, it takes faith and asking for help among those in the club to build better leadership, to lead to continue the goal of growing the fellowship at Bergen County Community College. Congratulations, Gregory.
Our next award is for KSA. Kyu-Chan Kim, this is what advisor Mina An had to say. Kyu-Chan Kim led Korean Student Association to achieve many accomplishments this year despite the challenges of the pandemic and uprising racism against the AAPI community. Even though the club could only meet virtually, Kyu-Chan organized weekly meetings during the club, provided a safe space for members to share their experiences, and helped each other to feel hopeful and encouraged. He also organized daily study sessions, and club members joined together virtually to stay focused on their academics. Kyu-Chan was also instrumental in the club's engagement with the Asian Heritage Committee. He worked tirelessly to contribute toward the event of the Asian Heritage Committee and led the club to sponsor the successful streaming and discussion of the award-winning film Minari. He has also been actively involved in the development of the Institute for Multicultural Learning, in which some of the club members are working as interns to promote bilingual courses about racial justice. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of Kyu-Chan and the KSA members, BCC students and community members will be able to learn about the historical context of racism against AAPI community starting this summer semester. Q-Chan has been exemplary in his leadership to encourage diversity, inclusivity, and positive social change as the president of KSA. Congratulations, Q-Chan. Next up, for the Legal Studies Club, this is what advisor Lisa Mayer had to say about Alan Herrera. Alan has been an intricate part of the club. He leads wonderful discussions regarding current legal issues, as well as how we become our best selves. Alan is a passionate and caring person. We wish him continued success as he relocates to North Carolina. We will miss him and his adorable Dalmatian at our meetings next year. I also want to say something about Alan. New students usually come to interview Greg, but Alan was actually the first student to interview me about the Office of Student Life for his class. Everything came full circle when we interviewed him on the Office's podcast, Bergen Bulldog Bites. He talked about his non-traditional path to Bergen, and it's what I think is our best episode, so go check that out. Congratulations, Alan. You're a rock star, man. Next up for the Math Club, Peter Maresca. This is what advisor Nelda Latham had to say. Peter was a member of the BCC Mathematics Club for 2 years. He served as secretary and as co-president. Peter was a responsible, competent leader who greatly influenced other members of the club. He participated in our service activities, working with middle school children at Math Counts on a Saturday and doing a presentation from our contemporary mathematics course for our student tutors. Peter has actively participated in all club activities, including our Mental Math Challenge series, our SOC Share Our Current Knowledge event, and in our preparation for National Student Math League competitions. He's an exceptional young man, genuine, loyal, and considerate. It was my honor to have him as both a student and as a mathematics club member. Peter will graduate this spring and continue his studies at Seton Hall University. His major will be history. Yes, there is a history expert who enjoys mathematics. A fun fact about Peter, he and his siblings are accomplished singers who have performed at several impressive venues, as well as at our club's parties and special occasions. Our best wishes to Peter and all his future endeavors. Congratulations, Peter.
Hi. Next up, we have our PASALUBONG Club, and Peter Wang Tai was nominated by Professor Susanna Langsagen, and I'll go ahead and read what she has to say. For the past 22 years, PASALUBONG, or the Filipino Club at BCC, has always chosen a club president who is Filipino or of Filipino descent. Peter Wang Tai is Vietnamese, but I think he is probably more Filipino than any other Filipino-Americans I have met. His e-board has a lot of great things to say about Peter, and I am sure he would be delighted to hear that his e-board and club members think highly of him as their leader and friend. Peter is a very strategic planner when it comes to meetings, and that is very true. During our Zoom meetings, I see him with 2 or 3 computers in front of him. The virtual meetings that he conducts are carefully planned and well thought of, and the activities are really fun despite being remote. His colleagues say that he's an amazing person, energetic, easy to talk to, and very approachable, understanding, open-minded to a lot of ideas and things, and very kind-hearted. To his club advisors, Peter is an example of a true leader, very responsible, honest, caring, and respectful to his peers and advisors. We thank Peter for everything he has contributed to the club. He truly deserves this award. Congratulations, Peter. Next, we have the Pre-Health Club, and Salia Masood was nominated by Professor Danielle Coppola Oliveira, along with Dr. Gary Porter. Salia is the president of the Pre-Health Club, the advisors say. She has been a strong organizing force during the first year of the club's existence. She ensures that meetings are well organized and well attended. She has been instrumental in creating long-term and short-term goals while treating all members with courtesy and respect. The club is lucky to have her as a student leader. Congratulations, Celia. Next, we have the Respiratory Care Club, and Karen Cooney was nominated by Professor Amy Sacconi, their advisor. And Amy goes on to say that Karen did an amazing job over the past year as Respiratory Club Care President. She worked along with me as my wingman, so to speak. She helped to organize several projects that needed to be accomplished, and she did so with the style and grace of a true leader. She was calm, efficient, and thorough. Every detail was covered. Thank you, Karen, and congratulations, Karen.
For the STEM Club, nominated by Louis Diabreu, Yara Abaza. Yara is a highly committed student with clear leadership skills. She took the role of Vice President of Organization of the STEM Club to the next level. Always demonstrated true dedication and willingness to help other students. Academically speaking, Yara excelled with the highest grades, and her club participation only compared to her high academic performance. She took on additional projects just to make sure that other students were exposed to great opportunities that can help them get to where she is headed. Yara clearly represents the resilient leaders we have at BCC who completed amazing projects even in this remote environment. It was a pleasure to work with Yara during this academic year at BCC. For the torch, co-editors-in-chief Damaris Fernandez-Diaz and Haley Tarasino. Both of these students were the co-editors-in-chief of the torch under the most trying circumstances. They divided the work equally and both did amazing work for the torch. It is impossible for me to choose just one of these two terrific young women because they worked in the same capacity. They worked with writers, found stories, learned the ins and outs of editing, and kept the paper going in a great direction. These individuals were nominated by their advisor, Susan Toth. For the Outdoors Club, nominated by Professor Robert Dill, Jade Tallis. Jade is an excellent leader, super organized, and a real go-getter. She organized many in-person and virtual events this past year. Lots of student engagement, no small task during a pandemic. At the height of the pandemic, Jade put forth a plethora of out-of-the-box programming. She was a beacon in the fog that was this pandemic. You are going to bring so much to the world, Jade. Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations to all of our Student Leadership Award winners. And thank you one more time to all the advisors for your amazing words about these amazing students. So that is the middle portion of our program. So again, congratulations. And now we're going to move on to a couple of specialized awards and then the swearing in of the new student government. So to take us through the student government portion of this program, I'm going to turn it over to Ian Wolf, who is the coordinator of student conduct and part of the student government advising team, along with myself, Jared Farah, and Micheline Farhat. Go ahead, Ian.
Thanks, Greg. I'd like to echo the sentiments of what a lot of folks have said on this call. It's been a really challenging year, and I'm also really proud of what the SGA has accomplished over the last year, not only pivoting to online meetings, recruiting and maintaining an organization in a virtual space. I have told the SGA, and I will tell everyone on this call, there were many community colleges throughout the country who did not have student governments this year. It's something that I think the SGA at Bergen needs to be really proud that you were able to successfully keep the SGA going. And I'm really, really, really proud of that. You also, while doing that, have advocated for the student voice in new and innovative ways. And I'm really excited to see what your successors have to do next academic year. I wish I would say this in person, but I'd be remiss if I didn't say this to all of our outgoing student leaders with my usual "see you later" quote from Dr. Seuss. Oh, the places you'll go. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have your brains in your head and your feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you're the one who will decide where you go. Just remember, even if you're leaving Bergen Community College, to not be strangers. Always remember that you can come back, whether it be virtually or in person, in Paramus, in Hackensack, or in Lyndhurst. And for the next portion of this, I'd like to hand this over to the outgoing Student Government Association President, Layla Metwali, as she will give awards and then the swearing in of our incoming SGA Executive Board. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ian. We're going to present 2 awards, so SGA Member of the Month as well as SGA Member of the Year. For the first one, for SGA Member of the Month, I'll pass it on to Paige to present this award.
Thank you, Layla. So, as a Vice President of the Student Government Association, I can confidently describe this person as one of our most dedicated senators who fully deserves this recognition of the SGA Member of the Month. And it is our member, Cassie. So congratulations, Cassie. She is a courageous leader who helped the Diversity Senate to address Asian discrimination by creation of these Stop Asian Hate discussion events. She's also an empathetic leader who strongly advocates better mental health awareness by working with SE Initiative to establish Active Mind chapters. I am very proud of her, and I'm very also appreciative of her valuable service to BCC Senate. So thank you. Congratulations, Cassie. I'll pass it on to Jeremy.
Hello, everyone. I am Yermi Cha. I am the outgoing Executive Secretary for SGA. And today I will be presenting the SGA Member of the Year. So this person has been shown to show great effort throughout the year and work hard as an SGA member, probably the most consistently out of the entire SGA. And we're so proud of the work that they've done. So it's my greatest honor to present this award to Aaron Sprague. Congratulations, Aaron. We're really grateful for the work that you've done, and we really appreciate you and wish the best for you in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you both, and congratulations to both and Aaron. You guys are amazingly do in both grad and also continuing in SGA. I'll be doing the swearing in of the new SGA Executive Board by reciting the oath. So whoever's the new incoming board, please follow as I go along this. Is it your firm desire to be the 2021-2022 SGA Executive Board for the Student Government Association of Bergen College?
Yes. Yes, it's my desire.
It is my desire.
Yes, it's my desire.
Please repeat after me. I,
I,
Amanda Kalasha,
I, Christina Steiner.
I, Sultan Kahlu,
Shanaz Rashid.
pledge my honor to observe the laws of this governing body.
Pledge my honor.
Pledge my honor to observe the laws of this governing body
the laws of this governing body,
and to comply with all the rules and regulations of the government thereof.
And to comply with
the rules and regulations of the government thereof.
To faithfully perform the duties of the office to the best of my skill.
So faithfully the duties of office to the best of my ability and skill.
I shall represent the interests of the student body of Bergen Community College.
I shall
represent the interest of student body of Bergen Community College.
And I shall uphold and preserve the Student Government Association Constitution.
And I shall uphold
and preserve the Student Government Association Constitution.
Congratulations to the 2021-2022 Executive Board. Congrats, everyone. I'm super excited and proud of all of you.
All right. Thank you, Layla. And congratulations to the new Student Government Executive Board. Looking forward to working with you next year and doing amazing things, continuing the amazing work of this year's group, who I'd also like to address for a moment. We're really going to miss you guys. You did a tremendous amount of work. You did a tremendous service to your fellow students in the types of work that you did. The programs that you planned and the initiatives that you started were all very much centered on supporting your fellow students, which is exactly the way it should be. I know you ruffled some feathers along the way at times, including mine, but that's what student government does. It's part of this thing. So we really do appreciate the heart that you had in everything you did and just the amount of effort you put in. So thank you, and we're going to miss you. So as we draw to a close here, and by the way, swearing in ceremonies at WebEx are kind of weird. It just never quite goes the way you think it's going to go in your head. But this will be the last one like that. That's it. I'm predicting it right now. This ceremony will be in person next year. I'm predicting the unpredictable. I'm saying it. So as we draw to a close here, I just want to congratulate all the winners one more time. I want to thank everyone, thank the students, thank the advisors, thank everyone who supported these students and these advisors. Thank the families, if any families are tuning in. Thank you for letting your students, go out and pursue their passions. That is not something to take lightly. We've known a lot of students where that's not always the case, so we appreciate that as well. So thank you all. Congratulations to you all. Let's do this again next year, but let's do it somewhere else. Have a good night, everybody.